Alright, hey guys, and welcome back to another video, and today I'm gonna be talking to you guys about the complete redemption of Star Wars Battlefront 2. Now before I get into this video, I do want to say a huge thank you to the EA Game Changers program for making this video possible. Now Battlefront 2 had a very rough launch. Go back to November 2017 when the game released. The game released with what was meant to be a fully fleshed out campaign, which turned out to be extremely lackluster, as well as a massive loot box controversy, which is still being talked about today. There are still people that think Battlefront 2 is a pay to win game, even though it is far from it. And we are going to go through some things and the massive transformation that Battlefront has made over the last 2 years. Now, for those of you new players that weren't around since launch and don't know what the loot box controversy was, basically the only way you could unlock star cards in the early game was by purchasing loot crates or unlocking them through gameplay. However, it was much quicker to unlock these star cards by just purchasing the crates with real money, making the game pay to win. Not only was this an issue, but they also locked iconic characters like Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader behind a credit paywall, which costed a ridiculous amount of credits. And even back then, the credit rate that you would earn them per game was absolutely insane, and you got little to nothing per round. So it took you an insane amount of time just to unlock these two characters because they were locked behind this paywall. However, receiving this feedback over the years, Battlefront 2 has turned into a completely different game. Let's go back to March 2018. Now in March 2018, I was lucky enough to be one of the game changers that was invited out to Stockholm in Sweden to test the progression overhaul system, which removed loot crates and implemented the leveling system. Not only did we test this, but we tested a bunch of other stuff like Ewok Hunt and the Hero Starfighters mode, which you guys will find in the game now. But the main thing about that event was the progression overhaul system, which removed all those loot boxes and added the brand new leveling system. Now when this was announced, it was the beginning of a new era for Battlefront 2, and I say that because it rapidly turned the game around from being a loot box infested game to a normal progression system, which was very rewarding. You would level up based on playing the heroes and classes that you had in the game, and each level that you unlock them, you would be able to get an upgrade or an unlock for the star cards for that character or infantry class, or even the reinforcements and vehicles. Now like I said, this was just the beginning. Fast forward to June 2018 at EA Play. EA Play had massive announcements from franchise director Dennis Bramville, including a brand new map on Geonosis and fan favorite heroes Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker, General Grievous, and of course we can't forget the announcement of Count Dooku.
Joining them is the Dark Lord and leader of the Separatist Alliance, Count Dooku.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Now following EA Play, let's skip ahead to September 2018. Now there wasn't a lot going on here, but in September 2018 we did get a brand new addition, which was the squad spawn system. Previously you couldn't spawn on your squad mates like you can in the game now. It was a massive change and a lot of players loved it. It made the game so much easier to play, and it just felt like it flowed that much more smoothly. Jumping ahead again now to November 2018 to February 2019, this was when the bulk of the Clone Wars content released. We got General Grievous first, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Count Dooku, and Anakin Skywalker all added to the game. Fans fell in love with these heroes. Voiced by the voice actors from the Clone Wars animated series, it made it that much more immersive and that much more nostalgic for all of the players, and a spark was lit for Battlefront 2. Throughout the rest of 2019, we got Capital Supremacy added, multiple new reinforcements including the BX Commando droid, the Clone Commando, the ARC Trooper, and a host of other reinforcements, as well as new maps big and small, the addition of brand new game modes co-op and instant action, and multiple vehicles to boot. Now as if all of this wasn't enough, we got a bunch of game modes and other things in between, but come December 2019, and now probably most of you that are watching this video have been playing since then, we had the announcement of the Celebration Edition. The Celebration Edition for Star Wars Battlefront 2 included all content like skins, emotes, voice lines, as well as access to the upcoming Rise of Skywalker appearances for Kylo Ren, Rey, and Finn. Now, the announcement of the Celebration Edition paired with the Rise of Skywalker DLC and movie right around Christmas time has seen a huge influx of new players, as well as returning players to the game. From myself coming up against hundreds of low-level players in the period of a few days, to finding matches 100 times faster, and from seeing comments on my videos asking how to do certain things that most players find very simple and would probably already know how to do, this just shows me that the player base has grown dramatically in the last 2 months. I get super simple comments on my videos asking what game mode I'm playing, or what's the best loadout on Star Cars for Kylo Ren. Super simple stuff that most players that have been playing since launch have figured out a long time ago, but this just shows how many new players are lurking around and searching YouTube for Battlefront 2 videos. Now, as if this wasn't proof enough, on top of this, just recently the franchise director Dennis Bramville tweeted out a comment regarding the current player base of Battlefront 2, and this comment stated, "This is a fun one, we're now beating our weekly player numbers going back to January 2018. Not quite launch numbers, but still very impressive, hashtag Battlefront." Now, January 2018 was only 2 months after the launch of the game, so there was a huge amount of players when the game released and a rapid drop off after that, but it's still super impressive to see where the current player base numbers are, and it's actually higher than it was 2 months after the game's launch, an absolutely amazing 2 years later. Now, for a 2-year-old game, this is truly a Cinderella story, and with another sequel-based update this month, including the release of new heroes BB-8 and BB-9E, following last month's edition of Agent Kloss, as well as a couple of new reinforcements, some new hero skins, and some other bits and pieces, we are going to be getting the release of the new heroes BB-8 and BB-9E, and the game will only see further attention. I really do hope the powers that be recognize the absolute masterpiece of a turnaround this game has had, thanks to the developers and the loyal fans who play the game in and out every single day, and continue to provide resources for future content. The player count continues to grow, and Battlefront 2 continues to become more and more amazing with every update. So with that said, I think it is safe to say that Star Wars Battlefront 2 has completely redeemed itself and deserves everyone's full support. Now, if you are watching this and you have left the game previously, and you don't know where it's currently at, I recommend picking it up and giving it another go. You'll be pleasantly surprised with the amount of content that is in the game and the current state of where it is at in terms of player numbers. But anyways guys, this is enough from me. I'm really happy with how Battlefront 2 is going, and it's only going to get that much better. I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Drop a like if you did, and subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I will see you all in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and may the Force be with you always.
The Sith are all powerful. You are no match for me.